right, shalom, shalom. All right, first and foremost, before I get started, as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Mekai Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that root well. Peace and salutation to the Akim that's pushing this word in truth and sincerity. They're at the four corners of the earth, awakening up the hopeful elect. They risk your lives and freedoms to do so, definitely more so now than ever before. This is the brother Zion Amar from the GMS Detroit by Camp, and this is going to be a video dealing with the incident regarding basically T.I. and his, what's her name, T.I. Tiny, and his son King, right? They had a falling out, right? That was put up on social media in terms of King, coming against his parents, right? And yeah, we know they all fit the bill of 2/3, obviously, but still, we just gonna do this video for the sake of edification and showing why the laws are necessary. You know what I'm saying? Order is necessary, right? And this is what happens, right, when you don't chastise your children, where you don't train them up in the way they should go, right? You don't teach them about the Lord. You don't teach them about the laws, right, and concerning honoring your father and your mother. It basically, as the story goes, of T.I., with the whole, this whole family, right, from what is said is that King, right, who is the son here, you can see on the screen, he was never really, he wasn't chastised. He was basically brought up in a matter of being allowed to do what he wanted to do, right, from a very young age up to this point. He hasn't basically had a foot up his ass, so to say, right? T.I. obviously has not really got on him as well as his mother, right? But that's in this case, this is really attributed to the father. You know what I'm saying? The father is the head of the household, and it's the father's duty and job, right, to establish order in the household, right? And the wife, right, the woman is supposed to follow suit in terms of validating, right, and confirming, right, the law that's put down by the father. You see, and there's obviously this whole family situation is out of order because the son, right, is talking reckless, right, to both the father and mother. You know what I'm saying? In public, and then to boot, to have it put up on social media for the whole world to see. So yes, it's a very embarrassing situation for all of them. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to ask, well, damn, where's the parenting? You can see it's evident, like, okay, he hasn't been parented properly, right? And from the son, yeah, he's embarrassing himself and the family because he acting out of pocket, right? So anyway, we'll play this clip. It's a little short clip, about a minute long, and we'll get a few precepts.
You capping. Hey, you're upset. You're mad. You capping. I know you. Ain't no mystery, baby.
I know you though. I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? No, ain't no joking. Ain't no joking. What do you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself and the family, nigga. You embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. Hey, what is you talking about?
Get off me, nigga. Get off me, nigga.
Well, you can't do nothing with me. Shit you can do with me.
So there you go. So he talking about he's standing on business or whatever. He talking about this tough tone talk. Yeah, that's easy to say, to your parents, because see, your parents, you came out of your parents, so unless it's, I'm talking about like life-threatening, your parents ain't gonna come against you. They ain't gonna do nothing to hurt you or really, put you in harm like that. So that's easy for him to say he's stand on business as if he's some type of tough guy. Nah, that same talk ain't gonna work in them streets. Talking about, hey, put him in the right hood. Any hood across America, he ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? Because, right, he's delusional, right? And he doesn't want to admit that he grew up with a silver spoon, right? Or at least had access to a silver spoon, let's say that. But, he's trying to paint this picture like he's tough and he from the hood and blah, blah, blah. It's like, nigga, the whole world watched you grow up, nigga. Right? What was the show? Family Business. Right? So we know this is ridiculous, right? On his part, on the son's part, But hey, he gonna find out. Cause he's gonna find out. He's going down a road to where he's gonna be tested properly, right? That jaw gonna get tested, or however it go. He's gonna be tested, and he's either gonna end up dead or in jail. That's the only two places. All right, he's destined for it. All right, according to this attitude, So real quick, let's see if you administered the law. Right. Let's see. This is Deuteronomy 21 and 18, and it reads, if a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, which we just saw an example of that, he wouldn't pipe down, he wouldn't, cool out, chill out. You know what I'm saying? He's saying whatever you want to say, however you want to say it. You know what I'm saying? That's obviously out of order. And hey, we ain't most Jakes, all right? All right, going back to the anytime before now, really. It's this damn generation, what they call it, Z. That's just, they on another level in terms of disrespect and rebellion, you know what I'm saying, which is a sign that we're in the end days, you know what I'm saying, because just speaking for myself, me growing up, I wouldn't even think, not even once, let alone twice, right, I'm raising up against any one of my parents, you know what I'm saying, that's a no-go, Again, just things back then were a lot more wholesome, These days with social media, man, it's like everyone is doing everything for a moment. You know what I'm saying? You're doing things for a moment. You're doing things to be perceived a certain way. So you'll act out for the camera. You know what I'm saying? And this is the space that this kid is in. He grew up basically on TV. So he's probably trying to, I don't know if he's trying to have a rap career or whatever, but, he's just trying to influence his persona, all right, by doing all these wild antics. All right, but anyway, it says, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastised him, would not hearken unto them. Now, see, the thing is, now they chastise him and tell him, cool out, but it's obvious, he ain't got many whoopings growing up, if at all. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't have that second thought of you know, now what the hell am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I look like? You know, he gives less than a fuck. You know what I'm saying? It seems that in the video towards, you know, midway towards the end, where I guess T.I., you know, maybe tighten him up, put some hands on him just to let him know. You know what I'm saying? But it takes, it's kind of, it's too late now, right? Those things have to be nipped in the bud early on, all right, as a young child. You know what I'm saying? To let him know that fear. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have that fear of the Lord. You know, much less his parents. It says 19 here. It says, then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of his city and unto the gate of his place, and they shall say unto the elders of his city, this is our son. This our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey the voice, our voice. He is glutton and a drunkard. But he's glutton in the sense that, hey, you grew up, all right, off what your parents did, all right, what your parents are known for, right? They're recording artists, right? They brought the money home to put you in a space to where, you know, he ain't got experience to get him. You know what I'm saying? You experiencing together, hey, that's a personal choice at this point. You know what I'm saying? Which you should not want. Who wants to stay in the hood? You know what I mean? Like, get serious. Alright? Any and everybody is doing everything, alright, especially Mom and Jake, is doing anything they can for the most part to escape the hood. You know what I'm saying? But again, like, hey, this kid is lost. You don't know what the hell's going on. Right, so he's glutton in terms of, you know, living off of his parents. You know, I don't know if he drinks or not, but according to his attitude, it would seem that way. I don't know if it was this video, but I know he mentioned that. Speaking on his parents, saying that they drink too much. Alright, which in the scriptures, you're allowed to drink, alright, as long as it's not in excess. Alright, but you can't drink. Alright, whether it's, you know, hard liquor, wine, whatever the case, you can drink. But anyway, it says, and all the men of his city shall stone him with stones that he die. So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear. Right? And see, this is the purpose of this law, so that, hey, when the whole city see the result of what happens, all right, to a rebellious child, that he gets stoned to death, hey, anybody that come behind that, they gonna think twice. You know what I'm saying? If they want their life, you know what I'm saying? More times than not, they not gonna take it there. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, they understand that every choice has an invoice. You know, they understand that through the example. All right. Again, he hasn't been shown, you know, wise counsel. He hasn't been shown chastisement. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't been shown that. He hasn't been afflicted with the rod, all right, to his backside. You know, so he's in the space of being willful. He feel he can do whatever he wants, say whatever he wants, because he's a celebrity, if you will, by way, again, of his parents. You know what I'm saying? And it's as if he doesn't, appreciate, right? He doesn't appreciate, right, what his parents have done for him, right, in the space that he put him in, right? In fact, what they were at I think they were at a football game, right? And hell, in the skybox at that, you know, and the skybox seats are by no means cheap. We know this, you know what I'm saying? So just on that, you know what I'm saying, you're experiencing, right, or have the ability to experience things that most Jakes don't experience. But yet, appreciative, right? You talking crazy, all right, to your parents. And hey, you know, he gonna receive that judgment some way, somehow, unless the Lord is saving him for the missiles. But this is the attitude, like I say, of most 2/3 in this generation for sure. You know what I'm saying? That they don't have no honor for anything, for no one. It's all about them, you see. So that's that. Matter of fact, you was something I looked up another precept. Oh yeah, there you go. You know, all Jakes, you know, they know. Well, they always quote it, you know, spare the rod, right? Spoil the child, right? Which they don't necessarily know what that means, but yeah. In short, your children need ass whoopings from time to time. All right, when they're going off, when they're being disrespectful, when they're being out of pocket, early on, all right, from terrible twos or whatever, you gotta get that early, so that when he grows up, right, he understands order. You know, what can happen is that, right, he gets into a no, you just say the wrong thing to the right person, man, you gonna get showed. All right, you talk about you stand on business, like you ain't been in the space to really stand on business, nigga, at all. Like I said, you put him in any hood across America, he gonna be begging, all right, for his father and mother, grandma too. Shit. Real quick, this is Proverbs 9:19 and 18. It says, chasten thy son while there is hope. You see, i.e., get it in early. Whip that behind early. All right, chastise them early. It says, and let not thy soul spare for his crying. Right. He's always gonna cry, whether it's crocodile tears or whatever. Like, so what? But he'll get over that. You know what I'm saying? He'll receive the ass whooping. You know, it's a little boo-hoo. You have his boo-hoo moment, and then you obviously you will want to let them know, okay, this is why I'm doing this. All right, you do these things, you get this result. But if you do good, right, you get a good reward. Just like the Heavenly Father is dealing with the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? If we do right by Him, we're gonna receive a good reward. But if we go off and do our own thing, right, then you're gonna get a reward, all right, that you're not looking for, which is i.e. basically punishment, i.e. judgment. You know what I'm saying? We don't want that. We should not want that. So now in the book of Sirach, it paints the picture perfectly, right, and instructs, right, and how you should, be dealing with your children, to keep them in the way, right, keep them in order. So real quick, this is Sirach, right, the 30th chapter, also known as Ecclesiasticus, right, in the Apocrypha, right, which is a part of the original scriptures, all right. Just get yourself a 1611 Bible. You will find, right, the other books that you're missing, all right. The Apocrypha has always been there, all right. So anyway, I'll start from the top. This is Sirach 30:1, and it reads, he that loveth his son causes him oft to feel the rod, right, that he may have joy of him in the end, right? So, case in point. Now, I forget if it was this video or the other video, but King, right, who was the son, said something to the tune of, talking about his father, like basically stop acting like you mess with me, stop acting like you love me, basically. You know what I'm saying? And hey, the case may be that right, his parents haven't showed the love, right? They made him, they spoiled him and getting him anything he want and letting him do whatever he want to do, right? But showing love is really establishing order. That's how you really show your love, because you're showing a concern. You know what I'm saying? You're concerned about their well-being, right? And how they're going to go about, carrying themselves in the world, in the real world. So, if you really love your children, you're gonna chastise them so that they don't have they don't have a bad episode out in these streets. But real quick, it says, verse 2, and he that chastises his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance, right? Or you say you're embarrassing yourself, you're embarrassing the family, right? Because of him talking reckless. You know what I'm saying? So how can you have joy with that? It says, he that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice with him. I'm going to jump down. In fact, verse 8, it says, and the horse not broken becometh headstrong. Right? Hey, he's likened to that horse. Right? He's likened it to that horse because he literally is headstrong. Right? You can't tell him, right, to settle down, to be quiet. Right? That's enough. Right? He just going on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? Hey, child like that, bro, even at this point, you gotta give him a tune up in a real way. You know what I'm saying? Because basically, hey, he has the type of attitude, hey, you want to really be that severe, he has the type of attitude to want to kill his parents. Like, he's moving in that space. You know what I'm saying? He would murder his parents, right, according to the attitude he has and hatred, right? It says, and he will, so like this, right midway through verse 8, it says, and a child left to himself will be willful. Right, well, let the son tell it, right, I guess. And again, the way it looks, they probably was doing shows, so they didn't maybe have the time, right? Although you can always make time, but they didn't groom him correctly at all. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. So to the point now, I don't know how old he is now, but he's at an age that basically you can't tell him shit. I guess he would be old enough to live on his own at this point. But a child like that, you gotta just basically cut him off. You know what I'm saying? And let him do his own thing. Just, let him tell him he's his own man. So hey, okay, go figure it out. It says, conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with them, and he will bring thee to heaviness. Right? You can't play with these modern day children. You shouldn't be playing with any children, right? Right? Especially among the NB, they always trying to befriend, all right, their children, especially the daughters, right? Oh, that's my friend. Oh, we friends, right? You go out together. You get to an age where y'all going out together, hanging. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't really supposed to move like that, especially when it's a young parent and a young child. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you're not a friend. You the parent. You know what I'm saying? Which really parent, the word parent goes back father, basically, parent, or is the Greek would be I don't want to butcher that, but pater, like paternity, right? That's dealing with the father. Who's the father, right? Pater, parent. So the parents really dealing with the father, because it's the father first, then the mother. That's the order, right? When you read 1 Corinthians the 11th chapter, it tells you the order, right, of the heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, the Israelite man, then the Israelite woman. But reading on, it says, laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end. Right? Because he gonna do something to where you gonna feel bitter. You gonna be like, dang, I done played with him. Now he playing with you like it's cool like that. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to be serious, he won't get serious. You know what I'm saying? Because you shown that, hey, you not gonna do nothing. You're not gonna get in his ass, so hey, he just gonna keep popping off. You know what I'm saying? So that's it, man. Just wanted to just do a little something on that. It just goes to show how much a father, chiefly a man of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing to have a father, but you need a man of the Lord, all right, that's going to guide a child the correct way. You know what I'm saying? At best, you know what I'm saying? Right? It's like, man, it's going to establish some order, right? That child is going to understand, all right, there's rules and regulations. You know what I'm saying? Certain things I will allow you to do. There's other things that you better not even think of doing. You know what I'm saying? And come against your parents is chiefly one of them. So, hey, Lord willing, this was edifying. With that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to the IQ, that's pushing his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom.